Hey people, what a day today. Let me tell you, it was a busy day. My day actually started yesterday. What is today, Monday? Yeah, yesterday was Sunday. Um, I'm sorry. I'm tired. The whole team is tired. We have accomplished so much, you guys. My husband joined the video tonight. I know it's nighttime. Oh, Auntie is here too. Hi, Auntie. She gave us such the greatest opportunity this afternoon. Mercutio is here. I am actually going to be joined by somebody. It is not Jihoon. Sorry. But I am going to be joined by somebody. And here he is.
Good evening, Amanda.
Hi, Phil. How are you?
Hi. I got this little bump over here. I had a rubber mallet hit me back in the head. So if anybody's asking about this little thing here, it's because of that.
Who hurt you so bad?
Yeah. But I'm really glad that everything worked out with the GoFundMe and everything was verified, because there was another GoFundMe that was set up a few months ago,
I saw
um,
that.
and it wasn't officially endorsed by Jihoon or anything like that. So it's probably just uh, a scam or something. So
They only got $20.
yeah,
So, it's all
yeah,
right.
yeah. But so the GoFundMe was verified a couple days ago, right? Like
Yeah,
3 days ago,
about.
um, and um, Deavan had filed divorce in court, right?
She did, yes.
And how long ago was that?
I don't know specifically about that.
Mhm.
I don't have any of that information, unfortunately.
But what was her, I guess, objective in getting everything filed stateside? And I mean, I kind of know the answer, but in your opinion, the reason why she filed everything stateside and then um, gave him basically no means to respond to that.
From what I understand, from what Joe was saying earlier on Auntie's advice, was just kind of like a to get the upper hand on the situation,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't really speak for what she was trying to do, but I can only assume.
Yeah, I
Joe,
mean your opinion, because like my opinion is there was a buildup of circumstances, or not really circumstances, but storylines that were being put out in, I guess, some tabloids or whatever, stating that she was a victim of abuse. But in reality, my opinion is that she wanted to kind of cover up an affair that she had, and she just wanted to, hop from one guy to another, and this is the easiest way to do it. And as long as you have some good enough reason to file for a divorce and get it passed, much easier. You usually just file, domestic violence.
well,
So,
you can file for divorce for a number of reasons. Irreconcilable differences can be one of them. It doesn't
yeah,
have to
yeah,
be,
I could see that.
but
I guess for what she was trying to get, I don't know I don't know what the cover sheet or the civil case states inside there, but she
I
could have been
I
requesting some kind of child
heard
support.
from what so, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, because it's a very messy timeline, because she had said I believe it was as far back in July that she had filed. Do you remember hearing anything like that?
No,
No? Okay.
no, not as far back as July. See, my I guess my kind of timeline was it was not until late July or early August when people were starting to figure out that she was with another guy.
Oh.
And I think it was like late July that she didn't say that she filed divorce, but she said that he did something vile. Okay.
Oh, because we were waiting
Yeah.
for the tell-all
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah, you might be right.
yeah. So then, month and a half, passes by, kind of, leave it up to our imagination what that was all about.
Yeah.
And
then we never did hear that. But one
yeah.
thing I did keep hearing pretty consistently is that it was already over or something like that. And then Auntie had in her comments that she had made a statement allegedly that the courts had already decided in her favor, which I don't think Joe would have filed.
Yeah, I mean, I think she lives in an alternate reality. Alternative reality. I mean, it's like she says one thing means another, and
Yeah.
here's the actual fact. It's like she kind of flip flops on different stories and can't really keep a timeline together. Her mother went on Livestream with another blogger who's tight with them, stating that they had been over since January, and then she backtracked. She's like, oh well, I was there in November and December, and they were over pretty much when I was there, November, December. Okay, so if they were over around that time, why would you continue vlogging, posting YouTube videos, and filming for TLC for several months up until you leave in May? So I mean, it just doesn't make any absolute sense.
I know.
And yeah, so mom is all in on this, and it's just kind of sad.
Yes, I know.
But I was told that she was very close to getting a default judgment.
Yes.
And how close
were
we?
Within, I think, it was like 3. I'm going to say 3 to 5 days.
So you would have never been able to see Taeyang again, pretty much.
Correct. It would have been something along the lines of whatever she had put in that paperwork, she would have gotten by default. I mean,
we don't know that yet because only the attorney knows that.
Right. So, I mean, she could have put anything in that paperwork and she would have received it by default.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been a travesty. I mean, it's always easier to get these kinds of things taken care of right off the bat rather than trying to come back and change a default judgment.
Yeah.
How much is true. So we were, and I apologize in advance to a lot of people who think I was being really vague to begin with. There was a lot of things that I couldn't tell the public right away because we were trying so hard to get this taken care of for him quickly, because that's how much of a time crunch we were on. And I know people wanted to know. They just wanted to know. We couldn't do anything until Joe could get this stuff filed. So now that he has, and now that he is, kind of representing Jihoon, I can breathe a little bit easier and have all of that kind of stuff,
now it's contested rather than everything just falls,
yes,
flat, in
more
her
of
favor.
a playing field.
Okay, that would have been absolutely sad if that would have happened.
Honestly, what were they expecting him to do? 30 days in South Korea to respond. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, but it is the law. I will say that's pretty much the standard kind of thing that you get with that kind of paperwork. So, we just tried as fast as we could to get it done.
Did they actually have to go through the embassy to get everything filed that way, or
that part I don't know. I have no idea.
Wow, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
So, GoFundMe set up. There's already money being donated. Thankfully, our situation is not the best in any country in North America or even Europe, but there's still money coming in, and thankfully, even if it's $5 or
Yeah.
$20 or $100, it's great.
We have a lot of people who were hesitant to donate until there was a lawyer who was willing to come out and speak. So now that we have that, I hope that those people will now consider donating. Again, nobody is required to or anything like that.
No.
We do have
even as much as sharing the information
yes,
is good enough.
We did let Joe know today that we did have a lot of people from different countries who are not able to donate to GoFundMe because they're not in a supported country. You have to be in a supported country to donate to GoFundMe. So he actually opened up a PayPal underneath his law firm's name that people can actually donate to as well. And we will get everybody that information so that they can donate.
Send it to me, please, and then I'll post it in my bio.
That would be amazing. Thank you very much.
So the goal is set for 50,000.
Yes.
And that's supposed to cover all the legal fees. And is Jihoon is he required to show up in court, or is this going to be completely handled by his attorney?
I imagine that he will at some point have to come here and face it. But earlier, what we were talking about is everything is done on screen right now, but even still, all of that costs money. So they're not letting those fees go just because you can't come here.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
He will eventually have to come. So we did make sure things like his passport is still valid and things like that, so that when the time does come, he's able to come here too.
Now, some people are questioning whether Jihoon hasn't officially acknowledged this. Is Jihoon officially off the show?
Off of 90 Day Fiance?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because Deavan had alluded to that several months ago. That's why I'm asking.
I can't imagine. I don't know. I can ask him, I guess, and see how he feels.
Yeah, because I mean, this is a complete shit show right now.
I know, and I do see a question that just popped up right now. We talked about with Joe about getting an interpreter. Yes, they will have to get him an interpreter, 100%, and it'll have to be a court-appointed interpreter as well.
Yeah. As far as putting the information out there, the attorney's name is Joseph Ilamala, or how do you say it?
It is Alamia.
Alamia. Okay,
yes.
Joseph Alamia. And what kind of experience does he have in the past dealing with these types of
he has an incredible amount of experience. He has criminal law experience. He has family law experience. He's been a lawyer for 16 years. He has a website that we can actually put on my page as well too. And he's a very he has a very great personality. He's very personable. He's a very quick thinker, and he's definitely the kind of person we would want defending Jihoon in this case, because I don't get the impression he's going to let somebody railroad him with any of this.
That's good.
So
that's
we
really
took
good.
that into an account very seriously when we started talking to him. We spent a lot of time talking to him, several hours, in fact, on Sunday night. And the fact that this man was willing even to do that on a Sunday night was really, really great of him.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, my personal question, what drew you into this whole saga? Because me as a father, I mean, this is completely this hits home for me. And this is what kind of, I was kind of okay with Deavan for a little while, up until I figured out that the abuse allegations were just looked completely fake to me. And then I saw some of the DMs and things like that looked like they were just complete bullshit nonsense.
Yeah.
But what drew you into this particular saga with Jihoon? Anything personal for you?
I started off as a fan myself. I really liked their story. I liked the 90 Day Fiance show.
Yeah, I started off as a fan too. I'm still a fan, but to some extent, there's all kinds of other side drama with me.
I got into it, and then I don't know. His family is really what did it for me a lot. I mean, they're the greatest people ever. And then like, you know, Jihoon, he did the best that he could being a first-time parent. And I think that a lot of people don't understand that we really don't know what we're doing as first-time parents. I mean, he took on Deavan and her daughter, and then he had a baby. And he did all of that, not knowing what to do with any of that. And I really think that he did that the best that he could. And for her to turn around and you know, pull the bullshit that she did, that was really not okay with me. And yeah, you know, I really
It kind of hit you hard, didn't it?
it did, to the point where, yeah, look at what I'm doing now. I didn't think that anybody was going to give me any kind of second thought about what I'm doing. But I'm glad that I was able to get a lot of people's attention about it, because I really wouldn't have been able to get anywhere without all of these people, you,
Yeah, I understand.
Auntie, all these other people who've been helping me. So it was just that whole thing. And his family are also victims of, you know, of Deavan. So I really want
Oh yeah, I told you. I mean, I don't know what the behind the scenes are, but you know, based on what we know about Deavan now, I can tell you that she's got problems. Let me just say, I don't want to get too.
So too, it's not normal. I really don't think it is.
She lives in an alternative reality, and now, you know, I know in the Korean culture, children are very, especially little boys, are like very, how do I say it? They adore them. They're cherished.
Yeah.
And for a family to have a little boy live with them, that's theirs, and then have that taken away from them with no regard, no recourse, nothing, is just terrible.
Yeah, I know. I hope that one day, you know, Jihoon on my live the other day, he said that he had not made his parents aware yet. And I really hope that this might be a step that he could take to tell them, to give them some hope that they would be able to have.
So you do talk to Jihoon often?
He's actually texting me right now.
Okay. So real quick, now, when Deavan left in May, like mid-May, she had intentions of going back to Korea, correct?
She did.
And what did she tell Jihoon when she left, or shortly before she left?
I just know that what we saw on video was that, and that's the story that you know, Jihoon is still sticking to, that she would be back. She left with intentions of coming back, and that is what he has always thought that she was going to do. He never thought that she would not come back.
And did she say that she was going to come back within a certain time period, or? I
believe in the episode it was like 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's what I heard. Just a few weeks, I think.
Yeah, a few weeks. Yeah.
But she just never returned.
No.
And did she actually communicate with Jihoon? Because
I know that they've had their spats online, and I know that.
Yeah, I know that part, but like.
And as of
early
now,
on,
I'm not aware of them communicating. I know that she has said a couple times that she has blocked him or something to that effect. I'm not 100% sure. But whatever the case may be now, I think all communication is going to have to be through their lawyers. So, you know, this is what she wanted. So this is what she gets.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, it really is. But
so now it's officially contested, but there's still a lot to go. I mean, this is not going to be an easy task. I know that, because we're talking about complexities going overseas, 2 different parents, 2 different citizenships, possible new stepdad. If she gets pregnant again, it complicates things also. Financial issues. Where do we go from here?
I think the next step for me right now is to just try to, as much as possible, to promote the GoFundMe, to get that out there more. That is my main concern. With Joe stepping into the light now, he has taken a huge burden off of our shoulders. and getting that squared away. He's also, did what I said earlier and set up the PayPal for people who can't donate to the GoFundMe directly. So right now we just really want to collect the money for Jihoon. Jihoon is going to have a lot of work to do with the lawyer as well. So it's just going to be a lot of work. So
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see that. So Joe has the PayPal set up. You're going to send me that.
yeah.
Let me see. I had a few other questions I wanted to ask. Actually, you know what? You could have people do a Q&A on the bottom, because some people do have some pretty good comments over here.
Okay.
So Valhalla mentioned something about, there's a video of Devan's daughter saying that she would kill Tay with a machete. I don't know about that. I don't know.
I don't know.
So Deavan had mentioned that she had videos or audio of some spats that they've had in Korea, but none of that has ever surfaced. What she did provide was a very blurry photo of a parted piece of hair of Drusilla, showing just regular skin. Maybe it was shaved, or maybe it's just natural hairline, natural part in the hair. And that was the basis of writing a few stories. And those stories came out on a particular website called All About the Tea, saying that Devan's, claiming abuse on Jihoon, and, giving a bunch of details. And I guess since she's stateside and she has, a particular blogger friend that's got a big following, she used that to her advantage, and, kind of went out there that, one-sided story saying that, oh yeah, he abused my daughter, but that's her alternative reality, and he has no recourse or any means to respond other than on Instagram, because he's not close with any bloggers, he's not close with any tabloids or anything like that, and his English is not very good. So that's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
Now, will we be able to hear more from Jihoon about his side of the story publicly?
That's something that he would have to talk with Joe about. He is. The one thing we really wanted him to do was to definitely talk to the public more, especially about, how he's feeling about him having a lawyer now and him, being represented, because when we spoke with him yesterday, he was beyond shocked that we were able to pull this off at the last minute. I don't even know.
If I could high five you right now through here, I would.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what time he went to bed, but he couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it either. We couldn't believe that we pulled it off at the very last second. So, he wanted to know, okay, what do we do next? What do we do next? What do we do next? And I was like, let's get you guys, connected. If you like him, you're going to have to talk with him about, what he needs from you and all this other stuff. So, they got all that together. He came back to me. It was all good. And then he's just ready to get this done. He wants to get it done. He wants to get it on the road.
It's just not going to be done. It's just,
I know,
it's going to be contested. It's going to be contested for a while.
All of this is, he's ready. He's ready for this opportunity, but we want him to feel comfortable about talking about these kinds of things too. I think people misunderstand him a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of them. When we did our live, he was really tired. We had an awful racist person in our live that was throwing racial slurs at him, and it caught us both off guard, and Jihoon just couldn't handle it. Okay.
You know what? I've had death threats on comments before. You know what? All you do is you just kind of you take your finger and then you put the comments down, and it kind of hides them all. Okay,
but you've been doing this for how long? I mean,
it's been a year, but it's I'm just giving you some hint, some strategy over here
better
for next time.
prepared next time.
Yeah,
but
so like you find all kinds of freaking weirdos, commenting, trying to throw you off and trying to get a rise out of you. So
yeah,
don't worry about
I know.
it.
Auntie gave us some really good advice too on that. She was the one who picked me up first for my very first interview. So she got the scoop on this last one over everyone else for the lawyer thing.
Now, let me see here. Would it be, I don't know what state you live in, you don't have to discuss it, but would it be possible to get you in with a Korean interpreter online or nearby, so he or she could kind of get Jihoon's side, because everything has been
I'm trying to find one, and I thought I had one, but she wasn't comfortable in interpreting the court lingo per se, so I gotta find one. And I don't expect everyone to work for free, but right now,
how about this? Let's do this. As part of this video, if anybody in the chat or in the comments after you see this video, if you are a Korean American or understand Korean, if you are able or willing to do some translation, please reach us out. That would be absolutely amazing, especially if you're a fan of the show and you like Jihoon, you like his family. Just reach Amanda, or if you can't reach her, just reach me, Yahoo Boy, and I'll get a hold of her. We'll get somebody that could. It doesn't have to be an official interpreter, just somebody that could translate. That way we could get Jihoon's story out there, because everything has been one-sided thus far. Everything has been one-sided in the media. Everything's been one-sided on Instagram, on YouTube. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
She officially changed her YouTube channel from what is it? Junivani, which is, both of them, to Family Vanny, like I think it was like late August or September, when it kind of leaked that she was with this other guy. So up until the leak, she was still, sharing YouTube channel with Jihoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't know that. I don't really follow Deavan too much. I wasn't trying to be all, up in her business.
When you're kind of like in this community, you kind of see, it pops up in your feed and stuff. I have subs, subscriptions. I'm sorry, and that's one of them. And I just see the ridiculousness. Her vlogging has really gone down since she's been back home, and with this new guy, with these weird Q&As that she did, or this one last weird Q&A she did.
You don't like them? They're so entertaining.
Huh?
You don't like them? They're so entertaining.
It's just weird, it's just strange.
I know. But yeah, if we can get an interpreter so that Jihoon can have a platform to communicate and speak freely and not have to, think what is the word I want to come out of my mouth, that would be so much better than what we're trying to accomplish with him on these lives. People weren't believing that I was actually talking to him, and that, even if I was talking to him, I'm a liar. She's not talking to him on the phone or anything like that. I do talk to him, and I had to, it was unfortunate. I had to prove it. So he was more than willing to jump on here with me. It was just to show that, we know each other. Yeah. It's cool. I endorse it. He acknowledged it GoFundMe. He acknowledged it on Instagram stories. He acknowledged it on a live stream with you, which is great. We're cool. All right. Yeah. Next. Okay. So now you guys got the attorney. You filed a counter to her divorce. Yeah. And that's going to be contested. GoFundMe is operational. It's close to $2,000. Goal is $50,000. If it exceeds that, great. If it's even below that, maybe you guys could have worked with that too. Still, that's just the goal. You never know. Some kind of weird miracle could happen. Some kind of weird miracle. I know from just from like research, the courts are always going to tell them that they need to try to figure a way to work this out. Yeah. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it could be a miracle where everything gets dismissed or not dismissed, but there's a negotiation between attorneys and they come to an agreement. you
That
know.
could be true. But,
And
it's not going to be a situation where he's going to settle for less than anything that is fair.
well, I
I can
mean,
tell you that.
I wouldn't. I mean, he hasn't seen his son for what, since it was May, so 7 months now,
Yeah.
and God knows how much longer it could take. I mean, how much longer is COVID going to be around, where he's got to, even if he flies to the States, he's going to have to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Well, where I'm at
And she's,
now, I know the courts aren't seeing anything that's not classified as an emergency. So I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know how long it's going to take,
and
but
and what is it? Deavan's bopping around between LA and Utah and here and there.
yeah,
Who knows where she could
travel.
possibly be?
Yeah,
You know,
I know.
where is she at any given point? So yeah, there's all kinds of complexities involved, but I'm really hoping for a miracle. And
And
um,
the miracle was that we got Joe.
that's
We
the
got
first
Joe
little miracle.
fair. That was a miracle.
Yeah, thankfully, and you guys could thank Amanda here. Amanda really has been on his case since the beginning, and if it wasn't for you, Jihoon would have probably never seen Taeyang again, other than on Instagram or on YouTube.
I know, but it's not just me. It's a whole team of people, and I know I keep saying that nobody knows who
You
they
don't
are.
have to name them, but if
I
it's a team
know,
of
but there
people,
are other people who deserve just as much credit as I do. So I
mhm,
just want everybody to know that.
yeah. So if anybody has any questions, Amanda, there's a little thing on the bottom of your screen. You could actually field questions on there if you see the little numbers that pop up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a couple. So hold on. I've never done this before, so hold on. Okay, so it says, is there a way or place for everyone to compile screenshots of evidence of Deavan's lies and make a timeline of her claims?
I compiled a little bit of a timeline. This was several months ago, but it was just because it wasn't. I don't know how to explain it, but basically, when I saw everything pop up in the tabloid about her daughter being abused, and then I actually saw a closer photo of it, I was like, this ain't right. And then I went back and I did a whole timeline, because she has a Twitter, she's got a YouTube, and she's got Instagram, and I don't know what else, but all you got to do is go back over there. She didn't sanitize anything back then, but now she is.
Sure.
So I just went back and just did a timeline of everything, all the YouTube videos and the timeline of the show, the timeline of Instagram. There was even a photo of Drusilla talking with Jihoon in June.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I posted that several months ago. There was also Leda had went to stay with them for a few days in Utah, and they were still talking via FaceTime. Jihoon and Deavan.
I saw that one too.
So I mean,
they reached out to me not too long ago to help promote this campaign, which I really appreciate of her as well. And she put the quote unquote evidence pictures that I guess Deavan had in regards to these allegations that she has against Jihoon, and I don't know. But to answer the question, is there a place? I'll have to get back with people on that one.
We'll make an evidence log page. How about that, Amanda?
Sure. Okay. And I do have another question, and it says
you can make it pop up on the screen by clicking it.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so everybody can see. There you go.
Oh, there we go. How will he get to USA with the pandemic? So here's the thing. The way that the US is right now, they are requiring citizens from South Korea to quarantine for 2 weeks when they get here. It doesn't say specifically where they have to quarantine, just that they have to quarantine. So that is something that he would have to work out with Joe and I guess the court system, because I mean, if he has a court date or something to that effect, I mean, it's going to have to be very calculated and on time for him to get here. But he would of course, fly here and, be put up, I am assuming, somewhere where he can quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'm assuming that they might be able to even do a Zoom call based on circumstances. You know what I mean?
Okay, Phil, we have a lot of questions now coming in. Do we want to do all of these?
You can just click the relevant ones. If it's like, just nonsense stuff that we've already answered, just, pass through it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Here we go. I'm going to put that one up there. Should ask Jihoon to ask lawyer to stop Deavan and boyfriend immediately from using Taeyoung on their Instagram and YouTube without his permission. Is that a thing?
He is a minor, and the father has if he gets 50-50 custody, then he has a right to his children's activities. And if they're profiting off of Taeyoung and the videos, that could be a thing that the court decides also. I think that's a very valid question.
Okay, cool. Let's see what else.
You could screenshot that also.
The question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, help me out here. How do I do that?
I'll send it to you, actually. I just did.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Oh, these are so small. I'm going to put this one up here. Did you do a live with Leda? Didn't something happen with her and Deavan about abuse claims?
Yeah, actually, I've done a few with her about this. So
with Leda?
Yeah, about this issue. You could reference on my timeline, or not my timeline, but my IGTV. And if we need to again, I'll have Leda come on and we could discuss it again. But it's done and over with. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. So if you have any questions about that, just go on my IGTV, and you'll see some of the lives I've done with her.
And I think it's pretty relevant because this one's kind of funny. Is he planning on putting a gag order on Deavan?
Oh, that would definitely irritate her.
Here's the thing, though. She has been talking about this for quite some time. So how do you go back and take all of that away?
Yeah, that's true. So but here's another thing. She's pretty much buried herself with everything that she's stated in the last few months. I mean, it's like you couldn't have been stupider to provide so much more evidence to a court than what she's done so far in the last few months. I mean,
I know.
Good luck, Deavan.
Okay. Okay, here's one. Has Jihoon thought about
start a process against Topher Oh yeah, so Christopher Park, Topher, whatever you want to call him, he's now making a documentary to document both abuse and something else with Deavan. So the funny thing was that Deavan, she steps in this guy's life who's had this business for a while, doing photography and I guess documentaries or whatever, and all of a sudden she becomes a producer, and now she's the new boss.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah, so now she's making a documentary about her own abuse with this guy that seems like a simp, but that's just my opinion. And
they may have jumped the gun a little bit soon on that one. I have a feeling they were waiting for this week to pass, and then they were going to let the documentary out.
Does anybody know if it's already been filmed and they had a plan to put it out there or something? But
I saw.
They had a trailer. Okay, they had a trailer, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
that, it's already been filmed. They probably talk about me and Leda and like several other people in there too, like Wet Sock, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't like him. Trust me,
Um,
she doesn't like me either. I'll have to tell you why.
yeah. I mean, we don't have to know why she doesn't like you, but it is what it is.
I know it's pretty self-explanatory at this point.
Yeah.
That seems to be all of the questions that are pretty relevant here.
Yeah. So I mean, we can't really go into like strategies, obviously, with the attorney or anything. We can't go into.
Joe said that he would be more than happy to come back and talk to everyone. I know everybody's going to have a lot of questions. He has no problem coming back and talking to everyone. He enjoys being able to explain the process that he's going to go through. He's a great guy. He is 100% on board with Team Jihoon, and I wish we could get shirts because we would wear them every day.
Yeah.
So,
well, this is a really great thing. I really, really appreciate you taking on this task pro bono.
I know. What was I thinking? That's okay.
But you know what? You're doing it from the heart. You knew that something was wrong. Jihoon's a public figure. Deavan's a public figure. And Taeyang is in the middle of this, and so is Drusilla, but this is really amazing work, and I think that Jihoon's gonna definitely get a good deal out of this, and I'm really hoping that everything works out. So,
yeah, he's got a fighting chance now. He's got probably one of the best chances he's ever had in this whole situation. So
yeah,
I'm gonna sleep really good tonight.
There are two things. I'm gonna try to link the GoFundMe to my stories. Me and you, we could get together and talk about how the GoFundMe is being distributed, like how the money's being allocated. That way, I mean, we don't have to, do it publicly, but just for peace of mind for myself. And then I'm gonna put a link in the bio for the PayPal to the law firm for foreigners that can't access PayPal or can't access the GoFundMe.
Yeah, it's amazing that this really has gone international as much as the custody battle has. The support has gone international as well. So
yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, so let's do that. Make sure to save the live. I'll also repost on my YouTube.
Okay.
And if anybody has any additional questions, just type it in the comments below this video. That way Amanda could answer them, or I could maybe do something on my end. I don't know, but
yeah, feel free to jump in there anytime and get some information out there, because I'll be more than happy to get you anything that you need. Okay.
All right, I really appreciate it, Amanda, for coming on, and I'm really praying that this situation gets resolved and equally in both our favors. But this is definitely going to be justice for Jihoon. I'm
yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Phil, for your time as well.
All right, thanks, Amanda. Take care.
Bye bye.